Hello, yes. Just a quick video today because I had a little bit of a development with my Toyworld TW-D05 spear. Now if you go back a week or so, you remember that I reviewed the toy and I had this to say about it. And there you go. There he is in his Pterosaur mode. Now, this brick that the legs form underneath his body is, in my opinion, unexcusable. Well, yeah, the Pterosaur mode is a mess. It's got big, massive brick of a thing. It's a brick with wings. It's got this big block of plastic underneath, and it's got the arms stuffed on top, and it just looks a mess. Anyway, I've recently been looking at it and thinking, well, is there any way I can improve the look of the Pterosaur mode to make it better resemble the G1 original? So I was having a good long hard look at it, and I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if I took the arms off. So the arms, as you know, are attached to the shoulders by these armatures, and they're just screwed into the top of the shoulders. You undo the screws and then gently prise them off with like a small screwdriver underneath. And they come off, just 2 screws. So I took them off and I thought, looks better. But we've still got this big grey box around his body. So then I took his legs off. I removed his legs at the hip joints. You just there's 2 screws. The hip separates, and you can take the hip off. So yeah, I've took the legs off. The mass of the robot legs. So we're just left with these little hip loops just hanging in space. And then obviously, what's he going to do for Pterosaur feet? Well, the feet had the Pterosaur legs attached and down the back of the leg. So I removed those, and lo and behold, they actually fit onto the hip joints. They actually screw on. They're a bit loose, but they do fit. And the end result is it's striking. It's amazing. Look at this. Isn't that better? Obviously I've just got something in the back to... There you go, look on his back. Completely flat back. You remove the arms and he's completely flat. Obviously the head now can turn without being impeded by the legs getting in the way. I've still got a loose joint on this. I need to work on it some more. This whole neck strut assembly on mine was super loose when I got it. And yet, underneath, the greater mass of the robot legs have gone, and I've managed to attach the Pterosaur legs onto the waist pieces. I mean, they still work there, but because they screw around the loop, and the clearance on these isn't quite as good, quite as close as it is on that where they come from. They're a bit loose, but like I said, you could put something in there to fix that problem. Yeah, so another thing I want to point out as well. Obviously, the head sits on this stalk, which comes out like that. But because mine flops down, I found that if you pull out the combiner port a little bit, a couple of clicks, like so, you can rest the neck of the Pterosaur upon it, and then when it's flying in a sort of a soaring up pose, the head hangs down at the right angle for it to be useful, and it kind of looks like he's got a bit of a neck there. So that's something else you can do to improve the look of him in his new G1 style pterosaur mode. But I mean the wings, I put the hinges like this so that they more or less lay flat along the body. And also on the wings, I've opened the filler flaps a little bit, and I've pegged the weapons into the peg holes instead of having them over here, so the weapons fit closer in. So, what do you think? That is just amazing. He looks incredible. And that's a G1 looking swoop pterosaur. Now obviously, like the pterosaur mode before was a compromise to the combiner mode, this look is heavily compromised because you can't actually transform it into the robot or the limb for the combiner. This is just a modification where you've removed certain parts and repositioned other parts to give it a more G1, streamlined pterosaur aesthetic, and as you can tell, it really works. It looks amazing, and I just did it as a little experiment just to see what it would look like, and I think it's been a huge success. It looks incredible, and if you're after an updated, chug scale swoop for your collection, and you just want to swoop in pterosaur mode and not the robot, then get one of these, do the mod on it, and you'll be happy with it. It's incredible. I mean, look at that. Right, so yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick update on this little project that I've been working on. I'll put some photographs at the end of the video so you can have a closer look. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I do sort of dabble in customs a little bit. I've done some repaints on some Age of Extinction figures, but it was just too tempting not to have a go at this guy because the alt mode, the dino mode, is just so badly mauled by the blocky combiner mass, and I wanted to see if there was any way I could rectify that, and as you can see, it really does work. So yeah, if you have been watching, thanks for coming, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.